1. Amityville Horror House. The Amityville Horror House is known as a horror story based on true events and adapted many times for the cinema and television screens. The events took place on November 13, 1974, in the town of Amityville, Long Island, New York. Ronald DeFeo Jr. A man named killed his family by shooting them while they were sleeping. In his statement to police after his family's death, DeFeo claimed that he committed the murders because the voices had ordered him to. A year later, the town's Ocean Avenue 112 home was purchased by George and Kathy Lutz. However, the Lutz family left home after just 28 days. The family published the book, The Amityville Horror, which describes the paranormal activities they experience at home. The book hit the bestseller list and caused the event to be heard around the world. Among the paranormal activities experienced by the Lutz family, it was claimed that the spirits in the house spoke with wheezing, the doors opened by themselves, cold air currents were felt inside the house, and even George Lutz saw flies flying around his bed. However, there is some debate about the authenticity of the Amityville Horror House. Some claim that the events are completely fabricated, while others think that the house is indeed cursed. Also, the story has since been adapted for the cinema many times and there are many different versions. 2. The Roswell UFO Incident. The Roswell UFO incident is an event that occurred in 1947 in the United States of America, New Mexico. The incident has been attributed to the UFO by many people. On July 2, 1947, Mac Brazel, a rancher, found strange pieces of metal on his land. Brazel took the pieces to a military base near Roswell. The base was known as Roswell Army Air Field, RAAF, and was home to the 509th Bomb Group. RAAF officials, after examining the pieces, announced that the findings belonged to a UFO. However, a few days later, the military's official spokesperson confirmed the incident but claimed that the finds belonged to a weather balloon. After the event, many speculations and conspiracy theories emerged. Some claimed that a UFO did indeed go down and the government was trying to cover up this fact. Others think it was a weather balloon accident and the government deliberately branded it as a UFO incident. Years later, the U.S. government released some documents to confirm the authenticity of the incident. These documents confirmed that the falling fragments did indeed belong to a weather balloon. However, all aspects of the event are still a matter of debate and the Roswell UFO incident is considered one of the most famous of the UFO conspiracy theories. 3. Ghosts wandering on the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is one of the most famous structures in the world and is linked to many stories, legends, and mythological narratives throughout its history. Ghosts wandering on the Great Wall of China is among the many legends and mythological accounts of this building. According to this legend, the ghosts of soldiers who lost their lives protecting the Great Wall of China roam along the Great Wall of China. Legend has it that the soldiers who worked on the construction of the Great Wall of China worked on the construction of this Great Wall, which was ordered by the emperor to be built for defensive purposes at the cost of their deaths. During the construction, many soldiers lost their lives working under difficult conditions. It is believed that as a result of the deaths of soldiers, ghosts roam the length of the Great Wall of China. The legend is often told during visits along the Great Wall of China. Many visitors believe they see images of ghosts hovering over the wall at night. Some even claim that the ghosts of soldiers whisper eerily. However, there is no evidence as to whether this legend is true or not. Some say that this legend is just a story and in fact there were no ghosts or spooky events, although thousands of people lost their lives throughout the history of the Great Wall of China. As a result, the legend of ghosts wandering on the Great Wall is a myth that occupies an important place in the rich history of the Great Wall of China. However, there is no evidence of its authenticity and therefore it is considered a myth. 4. Salem Witch Trials. The Salem witch trials are a series of witch hunts and witch trial cases that took place in 1692 in Massachusetts, United States. During this period, communities in and around Salem established special courts to punish people accused of witchcraft. Those accused of witchcraft were often tried on the testimonies of witnesses. Often, these statements were supplemented by the words of another person who claimed that the accused was a witch. Those accused of witchcraft were often tortured, and under this torture, those accused of witchcraft were pressured to admit their guilt. Most cases resulted in the death penalty for alleged witchcraft, even though there was insufficient evidence to prove the accused guilty. The Salem witch trials are known to have at least 20 people executed and many imprisoned. Also, during this period, many people were brought to court on suspicion of being witches, and some were tortured. Today, the Salem witch trials are considered one of the most famous witch hunts in history. The events that took place in this period have been the subject of many discussions and analyses about the accusations of witchcraft and the unjust punishment of people. 5. Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster is a mythical creature claimed to live in the Loch Ness Lake in the west of Scotland. Also known as Nessie, colloquially. The Loch Ness Monster is usually depicted as a large water monster with a long neck, humps on its back. It is claimed that the existence of a monster in the lake was mentioned for the first time by a Christian monk in the 6th century. But it dates back to 1933 when it gained modern popularity. Since then, there have been many eyewitness testimonies and photo shoots of the Loch Ness Monster. However, no evidence has been able to provide definitive proof of the authenticity of the photograph. While many people believe the Loch Ness Monster is real, others deny these claims. Scientifically speaking, there is no evidence for the existence of the monster, and most people believe that the Loch Ness Monster does not exist. As a result, there has been a lot of speculation about the Loch Ness Monster, and it still remains a controversial topic.